Giving me hope, strength and will to keep on. Loneliness can make me feel this way, and only you can bring out all the best I can do. How to leave it turn time, made me feel real good on inside. Pushed me up, and I'm about to give up. You're on my side, and no one seems to listen. And if you go, you know that tears can't help but show. You know you've always had my heart. From now on we'll never part. It's your smile, your face, your lips that I miss. Those sweet little lies that stare at me and make me say I'm with you through all the way. 'Cause it's you that fills the emptiness in me, changes everything I see when I know I've got you with me.
This is the new normal of traveling. The hottest hotspots are popping, and the bottles of alcohol are flowing. Who's ready to check in? Welcome to paradise.
Good morning, ate! Meron ba kayo?
That we do.
Taray!
Each guest is entitled to a complimentary sanitation kit. Accommodations are by reservation only. Walk-ins will not be entertained.
Huh? Ang ligaw?
Very good.
Meanwhile, we will do what we can to keep the hotel immaculate.
Automatic, oh.
Please step on the circles. Aba, nakaapak naman ako ng tama sa bilog.
Uy, Doy, bakit hindi pa napandar?
Shiny! So, this is a corner suite?
Sa third floor po kayo, ma'am, sir.
Third floor, please.
Uy, bakit kaya? Tanungin mo yung driver.
What? It gets better?
Enjoy your stay, people!
Travel safe!
Mabuhay!
Pag naglalakbay.
Have a safe trip, Pinas!
Prime your taste buds for the finest of culinary magic. We've prepared a gastronomic feast unlike anything you've ever had, moving heaven and earth to guarantee an unforgettable dining experience.
Uy, tagal ah! Mag-temp check na kami!
Hand sanitize na kami.
Na-fill up na kami ng health declaration form.
Okay, if you're finished, your tables are ready in the new normal of traveling. Safety always comes first.
Ay, layo pala, no?
Konting push pati.
Kindly book your reservations in advance. Our limited seating is extremely exclusive. Order with ease online and choose from a cornucopia of exquisite dishes. Our approach to dining is simple. Just you and your food, so you can savor every flavor.
Excuse me. Is this seat taken?
Yes, it's taken by my personal space and physical distancing protocols. PDA, hindi mo ba alam yon? Buti sana kamukha mo yung boyfriend ko.
Nothing gets between you and your culinary satisfaction.
Ay, sir, sorry. Kasalanan niyo eh. Ma'am, sir, bill po.
Hala, naiwan ko yata yung wallet ko
Kuya, ako na lang ho ang bahala.
Sige, ma'am.
Contactless payments, please.
Ako may ipabayadan yung duha.
Ano ba yun?
Enjoy your meal, guys!
Travel safe, mga beshies.
Mabuhay!
Pag naglalakbay.
Have a safe trip, Pinas!
Sa pag-unlad ng turismo, umangat ang Pilipino. Mga may bahay, nagkahanap buhay. Tagahugas ng pinggan, naging gabay sa karagatan. Isang engineer, napaunlad ang sining ng buong barangay. At ang simpleng magsasagwan, malaki ang tulong sa kalikasan. Silang walang tinig, boses na ng kasaysayan. At ang specialty ni nanay, ngayoy pinipilahan. Ang best friend ng lahat, naging tour guide na. At ang daan-taong apo, naibida ang kulturang Pilipino. Lunti ang ilog, naging entablado. At katutubong sayaw, napaindak ang buong mundo. Ipagdiwang ang isang dekada ng Tourism Act. Kabuhayan sa turismo, pinauunlad ang bawat Pilipino.
Okay. No, gusto mo lang, no? Okay, di ano ba? But I don't know how to make that.
Giving me hope, strength and will to keep on. No one else can make me feel this way, and only you can bring all the best I can do. How to leave it turn made me feel real good inside. Pushed me up,
You could come and watch together.
and I'm about to give up. You're on my
Don't show
side,
your face.
no one seems to listen.
Yuji, ha?
And if you
Hard to
go,
do, Yuji.
you know the tears can't help but show.
Go
You
step
know you've always had my heart. From now on, we'll never part.
Yes. Yes.
It's your smile, your face, your lips
I don't
that
know,
miss.
no. Speech no.
Sweet little eyes stare at me and make me say, I'm with you through all the way, 'cause it's you. It fills the emptiness in me, changes everything I see when I know I've got you with me.
This is the new normal of traveling. The hottest hotspots are popping. And the bottles of alcohol are flowing. Who's ready to check in? Welcome to paradise.
Good morning, ate! Meron ba kayo?
That we do.
Taray!
Each guest is entitled to a complimentary sanitation kit. Accommodations are by reservation only.
Bravo!
Walk-ins will not be entertained.
Huh? Talaga?
Very good!
Meanwhile, we will do what we can to keep the hotel immaculate.
Automatic, oh.
Please step on the circles.
Aba, nakaapak naman ako ng tama sa bilog.
Uy, Doy, bakit hindi pa napaandar?
Shiny! So, this is a corner suite?
Sa third floor po kayo, ma'am, sir.
Third floor, please. Uy, bakit kaya?
Tanungin mo yung driver.
What? It gets better?
Enjoy your stay, Tito!
Travel safe!
Mabuhay!
Pag naglalakbay.
Have a safe trip, Pinas!
Ladies and gentlemen, may we take a moment to pray for the success of this webinar and the playing of the Philippine National Anthem.
Our Heavenly Father, the fount of all goodness and grace, the cause of wisdom, the source of intelligence, we welcome you, O Lord, to this auspicious gathering of your beloved, who continuously give you thanks for every opportunity to learn something new and become fruitful to the works of your creation. We humbly come to you, not because we are worthy, but because we find ourselves in need of you, who is our strength and our hope, to continue despite the challenges we face in health, prosperity, and our solidarity with one another. We pray that today's gathering, made possible by the grace of advancements in technology and social media, become successful in its endeavors, so we can offer it back to you as our humble offering to honor you, glorify you, and love you through our deeper connection with everyone. May we find bliss in today's session and become more productive children and co-creators of the earth. This we ask and pray through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ilagay po natin ang ating kanang kamay sa ating kaliwang dibdib at sabay-sabay po nating awitin ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Bayang magiliw, perlas ng silanganan, alab ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiting, sa manlulupig. Di ka pasisiil sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw. May dilag ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lupa ng araw ng luwalhatit pagsinta, buhay ay langit sa piling mo. Aming ligaya na pag may mga api ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Isang magandang umaga sa ating mga kabayang OFW sa Japan at sa ibang panig ng mundo. Mabuhay at kinigagala ko kayong makasama sa ating webinar na ito na pinamagkatang Love for Country, Go Domestic Tourism. Special announcement lang po before we formally begin this webinar. There will be raffle prizes for the Zoom participants from West Japan, including but not limited to one Cebu Pacific Kicks Manila round trip FOC ticket with baggage allowance of 20 kilograms. And other freebies from Philippine Airlines and the Philippine Department of Tourism in Osaka that will only be available for those who registered in the Zoom room. And for those in the FB Live, kindly register by putting your name and location in the chat box to be eligible in the raffle, but only until 10:30 a.m. So ano pang hinihintay nyo? Go and register na. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Deo Lubrin of the Tourism Section of the Philippine Consulate General in Osaka. Makakasama ko sa umagang ito si Ms. Nerissa Saito of the Philippine Community Coordinating Council in Osaka, bilang host in this webinar today. And we are glad to welcome our panel of speakers who will share their experiences and expertise. The Department of Tourism, under the leadership of Honorable Bernadette Romulo Puyat, has aggressively promoted domestic tourism as the engine of growth. We have organized this seminar in our strong belief on the potentials of our OFW in rebuilding our industry from the havocs of the pandemic. With this webinar, we hope to enlighten our beloved OFW on platforms available in the market, on national carrier news, and how we can together support domestic tourism from a simple gesture of gift giving. This event is organized in cooperation with the Philippine consulates in Osaka and Nagoya, and with the joint sponsorship of Kansai's umbrella organization, PCCC, or the Philippine Community Coordinating Council, Kansai, and Chubu Philippine Friendship Association in Nagoya. There is it.
Magandang umaga po. To my very good friend and esteemed colleague, the Consul General of Nagoya, Celeste Ethel Balatbat, good morning to you. To our tourism representative, Ms. Gwen Batoon, and their team, distinguished speakers, thank you. And kudos to you for organizing this webinar. At sa akin pong mga kababayan dito sa Japan, kasama ng inyong mga pamilya at mahal sa buhay, welcome po to today's webinar. Nagagalak po ako na kayo ay nandito upang magbigay suporta hindi lamang sa proyektong ito kundi pati sa ating minamahal na bansang Pilipinas. In a virtual setting, we have a unique opportunity to reach all of you. To my knowledge, activities hosted by the DOT Field Office were festive physical events celebrating our culture and destinations. The pandemic has changed the place where we meet and the topics we discuss. The tourism industry has suffered the most with the pandemic, and its recovery heralds the end of the pandemic. This may be different in presentation, but it replicates the spirit of celebrating the potentials of our overseas Filipino community in contributing to the recovery of our country. The size of the task of recovery is intimidating, but small steps being proposed by the DOT Osaka Field Office can be built upon, and any movement that arises from this can be monumental. I have never doubted that a few committed fellow men can change the world. Ang amin pong hangarin sa webinar na ito ay ang mahikayat namin kayo na mabigyan ang ating mga lokal na produktong pang-turismo at maibahagi ito sa inyong mga kapamilya bilang regalo. Pasalubong for short. Pasalubong para sa inyong pamilya at iba pang mahal sa buhay. At pasalubong na rin para sa ating inang bayan, ang Pilipinas. Our culture prides itself in the unwavering gift-giving gestures even in times of hardship. Other cultures may say it is irrational, but from a culture of family first, there is nothing ridiculous or disconnected. On the contrary, the smiles and hearing someone you love say, "Salamat po, kuya o ate," is priceless. There is no time frame for gift-giving season for a Filipino. Inasmuch as we wish to invite them over to enjoy being together, the borders remain closed. But this does not have to rule out that our loved ones cannot enjoy travel within the Philippines. On this note, we welcome DOT's enthusiasm to promote domestic tourism among our community members and to encourage investments and businesses in sustainable tourism, much like Costales Nature Farm. We hope that you will be inspired by Miss Josie Costales' experience and appreciate her enthusiasm to contribute to the nation's economy. I also hope that you learn much from our other speakers today and discover how we can express our love for our family members back home and our love of country by patronizing our local tourism products. I wish to take this opportunity to thank our associations for the strong support and active participation in the Philippine Consulate series of webinars for this celebratory month of our independence. The excitement to serve you will always be in the air. Let us enjoy and learn a lot from our today's webinar. Maraming salamat at mabuhay po tayong lahat.
Thank you very much, Consul General Mauricio, for that inspiring welcome remarks. Now, allow me to introduce our next distinguished guest for her welcome remarks. Our next distinguished guest is a career diplomat with the rank of Chief of Mission 2 at the Department of Foreign Affairs in Manila. Prior to her assignment to the Philippine Consulate General in Nagoya, she served in various capacities, including Minister and Charge Affairs at the Philippine Embassies in Riyadh, Jakarta, and Bandar Seri Begawan. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Honorable Celeste Vinson Balatbat.
Consul General Voltaire Mauricio, Tourism Representative Gwendolyn S. Batoon, and other colleagues in the Philippine Consulate General in Osaka, distinguished resource persons, mga kababayan, ladies and gentlemen, good day. Thank you to the Tourism Section of the Philippine Consulate General in Osaka for spearheading this activity and for inviting the Philippine Consulate General in Nagoya and the Filipino community under our jurisdiction to attend this webinar. The COVID-19 pandemic has turned our lives upside down. It has forced us to reflect on our lives, our priorities, our vulnerability, our humanity, our interdependence. We have had to reboot our lifestyle and rethink the way we do things. In fact, we have had to resort to online means now more than ever to communicate, transact, and learn. Through online platforms, we can somehow see some of the beauty around us. We can listen to the sound of music and nature. We can taste and smell the delicate aroma of a delicious dish delivered to our doorstep. However, the pandemic has limited our other sensorial experiences. How do you, for example, touch the delicate weave of a piña fabric, or feel the kindness and hospitality of your Filipino host? Amid border controls and other restrictions on our movements, mass gatherings, and travel-related services, the pandemic has probably hurt the tourism sector the most. To mitigate the loss of income and jobs, the industry is thinking out of the box. The industry is refocusing its priorities. This new approach by the Department of Tourism banks on our strong family ties and the most common expression of love language from overseas Filipinos, to give gifts to our loved ones, whether in good times or hard times. Through this campaign, the DOT hopes to revitalize domestic tourism and encourage investments in sustainable tourism businesses. We shall listen to the inspiring story of Costales Nature's Farm, a Balik Probinsya success story of farm tourism. Guide to the Philippines shall present tourism destinations and describe for us an array of online tourism products we can buy for our family in the Philippines. Our national carriers, Philippine Airlines and Cebu Pacific, shall introduce their promotions for domestic travelers. May this webinar inspire us to evolve, relearn, and revive our love for family and love for country. Let us stay safe and well. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Consul General Balatbat, for that encouraging remarks, and we really hope for the success of this PDOT Osaka initiative.
And please welcome our first presenter who will share her company experience and journey to being a successful entrepreneur in farm tourism. We hope this model Balik Probinsya story will inspire us to return to our roots. Gaya po ng sabi, bumalik tayo sa ating mga pinagmulan. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Josie Costales, owner and proprietor of Costales Nature Farm in Mahayhay, Laguna.
Our modern world is filled with new and amazing technologies that aim to make our lives better. However, these new environments sometimes make us tired, weak, and unhealthy. This was how Ronald Costales, a former computer engineer, felt after working for a telecommunications company for 20 years.
My previous life was so stressful and unhealthy. I spent half of my life for 20 years in a corporate jungle. I felt that I was so drained physically and mentally. I managed to escape the corporate life at the age of 39 to enjoy life.
A transformation that he wishes to share with others. Everything began when he decided to develop a farm on a piece of land owned by his family. Starting as a hobby, he quickly found joy in farming and working with nature.
The development was a continuing process. In 2 years' time, we developed it as the weekend getaway or vacation for the family. It all started as a hobby. I don't want to feed my family with poison, so we started it as organic.
Having enjoyed their experience, his relatives and friends suggested that Costales open the farm to the public.
Four years later, the development was for the commercial scale, integrated organic farm. Another 3 years later, we transformed it to become the very first agritourism destination in the Philippines.
This was the beginning of a host of meaningful projects.
We go organic because in terms of economic advantage, it is a low input, a high output, and high yielding business that benefits the farmers. In terms of wellness, it does not cause harm to humans, to animals, to plants, and even to the invisible life in the soil.
The Costales Nature Farms, located in Mahayhay, Laguna, is now recognized by the Department of Tourism as a showcase of agritourism in the country. In this place, visitors do not only see farm life but actually experience it. Visitors to the farm can experience taking care of plants and farm animals, learn how to harvest fruits and vegetables and how to fish, and participate in other activities that will open one's mind to the beauty of the natural world, which is the source of our sustenance and energy. For those who wish to learn more about the field of organic agriculture, the farm showcases the best practices in environment-friendly farming.
There are no secrets. We want everybody to come, see, and copy our farm.
Visitors can learn the methods of zero-waste farming, where animal and plant waste that are usually thrown away are converted into fertilizer, resulting in the cleanest and most nutrient-rich fertilizer that can be given to plants. Because of this, plants produced in the farm are the cleanest and tastiest.
Everything is shared to all the visitors coming to the farm, from the management, technical, and the business aspect.
Aside from zero-waste farming, one can also learn piggery techniques that do not involve any chemical growth enhancers, vaccines, or commercial feeds. Bred on feeds that are made from natural ingredients produced in the farm, these organically grown pigs are odorless and have flesh that are tastier. The farm also showcases organic poultry, where chickens and Peking ducks roam freely in the farm, where they can enjoy sunlight and feed on grass and insects. And one can also learn about organic fishery, from fish ponds where red and black tilapia, crayfish, Japanese carp, and cream dory are bred without the use of synthetic hormones and antibiotics. Because of this, farmers and organic farming groups from Japan, Korea, Australia, the US, Canada, and Africa visit the farm to learn from it. In response to the growing interest in organic farming, the Costales Nature Farms offer trainings and seminars that will help farmers and other interested parties enter the field. To enjoy the fruits of organic agriculture, visitors to the farm are treated to a package tour that includes meals that are organic and produced by the farm. In the menu are Filipino dishes that are more delicious because they are made from organic ingredients. And since the farm is a 3-hour ride from Manila, visitors are given the option to spend the night in huts that are settled amid nature. Visitors are also given a tour of nearby tourist destinations, such as the Mahayhay Falls, the Kamay ni Jesus or Hand of Jesus, Healing Shrine in Lukban, the sleeper markets in Liliw, and the underground cemetery in Nagcarlan.
The company envisions to becoming the top-of-mind agritourism destination in the Philippines, promoting wellness, sustainability, environment-friendly farm practices, and customer-centric services that leaves a happy experience to every tourist.
Good morning everyone. Magandang araw po sa mga kababayan namin diyan sa Osaka, lalong-lalo na po sa ating Philippine Consul General ng Osaka, si Mr. Voltaire Mauricio. Maraming salamat po sa pagbibigay halaga sa pagbabalik namin sa probinsya at higit po at lalo na rin po kay Philippine Consul General ng Nagoya, si Miss Celeste Vincent Balatbat. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Nandito po ang Costales Nature Farms ngayon. Ako po si Ginang Josie Costales, ang may bahay ng namayapang si Mr. Ronald Costales. We wanted to welcome you dito po sa Costales Nature Farms. We are offering several farm tourism packages, tour packages for our mga kababayan. Upang ibalik po sila sa buhay probinsya. Actually, tulad po ng video napanood nyo kanina, ay kami po ay nagtrabaho, namuhay ng matagal sa Maynila upang we used to be an executive vice, Ronald used to be the executive vice president of a telecommunication company and I used to own 10 branches of internet cafe. Alam nyo, ang mabuhay sa Maynila is really very stressful. Higit sa lahat, hindi rin po healthy ang mga pagkaing nabibili sa mabilisang mundo ng Maynila. Ano po, everything is minamadali, everything is fast. Lagi kang may target deadline, timeline, and so on and so forth. So we decided to retire at the age of 39 and live a happy and enjoyable life. Sabi nga po namin ay hayahay na buhay dito sa paanan ng Bundok Banahaw. We started producing food and vegetables, fish, and poultry for the consumption of the family. And basically, we really want to grow old healthy. And then we never thought na napakarami po pala nating mga kababayan na nanirahan sa Maynila o sa mga syudad na gusto rin nilang maranasan ang buhay na nahayahay dito sa sulok, sa isang sulok ng bayan ng Mahayhay, Laguna. So what we did, noong 2010, una po ay binuksan namin ang farm bilang kauna-unahang farm business school sa Pilipinas. So itinuro po namin yung aming best practices in organic agriculture. And then in 2012, we opened the farm to public as the first Department of Tourism accredited farm tourism destination. And pag nagpunta po kayo dito, sabi nga nung isa naming bisita, ay matututo kayo ng para na kayo nag-training ng 100 hours in a 3-hour lakbay aral tour. So we are offering sa ating mga kababayan different tour packages po. Yung aming Balik Bukid promo, which is ongoing since June 24 to July 15. We have wellness tour, which is we are offering it at 30% discount na po sa mga kababayan sa Japan. Kung gusto niyo pong bigyan ng regalo ang inyong mga kamag-anak dito sa Pilipinas, pasyalan niyo lang po ang aming Facebook account, which is Costales Nature Farms. At doon po ay ipopost po namin o nakapost yung mga discounts na po doon. We also offer a Life at the Farm tour. It's a 2-day, 1-night farm tour wherein makakaranas po kayo ng mga farm activities at makakakain po kayo ng mga healthy, organic, farm-to-table meals. We also have the Green Living Tour. It's a day tour lang po siya. May kasama na rin po meals and the farm activities. So marami po kayong matututunan. We have pick and pay, fish and pay. We also have urban gardening demonstration and techniques. May mga takeaways na rin po yan. Meron pong salted egg making, meron din pong urban gardening demonstration, and then meron din pong kasamang mga juice making, tea preparation using organic herbs and vegetables dito sa farm. We also produce this anti-stress and anti-COVID juice, which we call the organic kale juice and the organic kale smoothie. Actually, during yung kasagsagan po ng lockdowns and pandemic, yun po yung aming in-offer sa ating mga frontliners because it will definitely boost your immune system upang malabanan po natin itong ating COVID-19. Ano po? We also offering our unlimited organic vegetable salad. So hanggat kaya nyo pong kumain, siservan po namin kayo ng siservan ng mga lettuces. We are also open, meron po kaming restaurant dito po sa loob ng farm. Yung pong Apong Damian Restaurants. Actually, napuno na yung aming very limited na kubo. So, binuksan na rin po namin yung aming alfresco pavilion hall as a part of our restaurant. Kapag po walang activity or wala kaming kinakandak na seminar or other farm activities. So those are also some of our offerings, and ang dami-dami pa pong mga do-it-yourself activities. So meron kaming organic tocino making, meron po rin kaming pagluluto ng chicharong gulay. Ayan, so everything is galing po dito sa farm. And also, ayan, meron po kaming promo rin, yung Pinoy Family Set Menu. For a price of 1,720 pesos, a family of 4 to 5 can indulge in a sumptuous meal. So, ayan po, you can find us at our Facebook, Costales Nature Farms, and pwede nyo rin po ma-check yung aming website. And inaanyayahan ko po kayo dito po sa Costales Nature Farms, Barangay Gagalot, Mahayhay, Laguna. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat po, Ms. Josie Costales. At nakaka-inspire po ang sinabi niyo, lalo na yung organic farming. So, I hope that your inspiration will inspire many of us who will have plans to retire back home. And it also goes without saying how important to keep families in the farm business and encourage more to do the same thing. And also, such buyback system can be implemented in different models, and we hope to be able to see among the OFWs here in Japan, such success stories. Maraming salamat po sa inyong nakakagutom at nakaka-inspire na presentasyon sa araw na ito, Ms. Josie.
Thank you so much, Ma'am.
You're welcome.
Yes, Ms. Nerissa, we look forward to hearing other success stories among us in the near future. Now, we would like to proceed to the topic I think everyone has been keenly waiting for. Being abroad, we look to purchase international tourism tickets, but it has never crossed our mind to purchase domestic tourism products for our loved ones back home as a gift. With the borders closed, this new mindset is not only appropriate but revolutionary. Shedding light on how to is Ms. Christy Lumagbas, Marketing Director of Guide to the Philippines. Guide to the Philippines is the largest collaboration of stakeholders in the Philippine travel industry, bringing together local travel expert and top tour transport and accommodation operations on a single Philippine online marketplace. The GTP online platform provides a selection of quality tours and packages spanning many provinces. The company mission is to make traveling in the Philippines more accessible, convenient, and worry-free. Mga kababayan, please welcome Ms. Christy Lumagbas.
Thank you for the introduction, Mr. Lubrin. Good morning, everyone. The Philippines, as we know it, is beautiful and exciting. One will never run out of fun things to do and amazing places to see. I am sure a lot of you have traveled before the pandemic and have seen other beautiful countries. But yung tanong, nakita mo na ba ang buong Pilipinas? Many of you wish to travel now and explore the Philippines with your family, with your friends, to reconnect, make new memories, but are restricted because of the coronavirus. However, your family at home can travel now. They can, domestically. Some of the Philippines' top destinations have reopened and strict health and safety protocols are in place. Tourism establishments are resuming operations and workers are ready and eager to serve. The industry is slowly recovering and we need your support. So how can you support? Sponsor your family at home to travel within the Philippines and give the gift of travel. Gift a tour, a beach getaway, or a staycation. Book it at guidetothephilippines.ph and get best value deals. We have day tours, all-inclusive packages, staycations. For day tours, we recommend the following: island hopping or parasailing in Boracay, sightseeing tours in Cebu City, Mactan, Bohol, or Intramuros, Manila. Always check guidetothephilippines.ph for more best value day tours for each of the open destinations. For all-inclusive packages, we partnered with Philippine Airlines and DOT accredited hotels and operators to give you the best packages ever. Boracay starts at 9,722 per person, and this includes round-trip airfare from Manila to Boracay, land and speedboat transfers, and 2 nights accommodation with daily breakfast. For Cebu, it starts at 9,911 per person and includes round-trip airfare from Manila to Cebu, transfers, 2 nights accommodation with daily breakfast at Solea Palm Resort. These also has access to resort facilities such as pool, lagoon, and aquaplay. We also have Bohol, and our all-in packages starts at 9,944 per person and includes round-trip airfare from Manila to Bohol, airport transfers, 2 nights accommodation with breakfast at Blue Water Panglao. Plus, this includes a 2,000 pesos food and beverage credit per room. For those who prefer staycations, we have hotel plus city tour packages. For Baguio, package starts at 7,033 per person for a 2-night stay at the Forest Lodge and Comjan Hay. This is inclusive of breakfast plus a Baguio city tour. In Manila, we have our best value deals with Shangri-La EDSA at 15,099 per person for a 2-night stay in a deluxe room. Plus, this has a 2,000 pesos dining or spa credit. In addition to an intramuros tour, for a limited time only, one can request for an early and late checkout. Another good deal is with Okada Manila. For 20,488 per person, you get a 2-night stay in a deluxe king room with daily breakfast, access to the resort's premium facilities, plus an intramuros tour. So how to book and give these gifts of travel? Simply visit guidetothephilippines.ph, which is an online marketplace for Philippine travel with thousands of travel products, articles covering both popular and off-the-beaten-path destinations. The goal of Guide to the Philippines is to get more people to discover and travel to and within the Philippines by providing most extensive Philippine travel content, widest selection of travel services, with thousands of products by over 800 travel partners covering all 81 provinces. It also has a very easy 2-step booking engine. All you need to do is select a tour, enter the dates, and number of travelers. You can also customize a trip by selecting the add-ons like COVID-19 tests, room upgrades, and others. After that, you simply enter your personal details like name, email address, contact number, and payment details. Immediately, once paid, you will receive a confirmation via email. I invite you to book now as we have the best reopening rates from DOT accredited partners, limited seats with Philippine Airlines, and dedicated travel consultant to customize your gift of travel. So go ahead, check out our website at guidetothephilippines.ph to gift a tour, a beach getaway, or a staycation. Send love back home and let them know that you're thinking of them. At the same time, you are supporting Philippines domestic tourism. Maraming salamat and enjoy this quick video.
Thank you, Ms. Christie. While there are several platforms to choose from, we hope to excite our OFWs with your presentation. We hope that when they feel buying a box of Fuji, Apple, or Nissan ramen for Christmas for their families, they will think twice and instead buy them a day trip or a regional trip, or even better, a trip to another island. Your fruit of success shared as a gift of domestic tourism goes beyond putting a smile on the faces of your loved ones, but also on the faces of the boatmen, restaurants, and hotels of the places they visit. It is a smile of the tourism stakeholders. Philippine Airlines and Cebu Pacific will tease you with some offerings we hope you can consider also. But before you travel, we invite you to get to know the destinations through a new app developed by the DOT London office. It's called the Visit Philippine Apps, which carries information on the various tourist destinations in the Philippines, as well as updated travel information. But regretfully, it is only available in Apple Store. But these apps was made possible with the cooperation of photographer Pung Yu, who has contributed so much of his time and efforts in creating this Visit Philippine Apps. Here is the Visit Philippine Apps.
Maraming salamat, Deo. And alam mo naman, many of our Facebook, our participants today could be Amazon junkies or even Lazada buyers. But this advocacy we are trying to introduce to our participants here today is not only a heartwarming message, but also reflects our culture, the Filipino culture of family first. Siyempre po sa ating mga Pilipino, pamilya ang una. At lagi na pong binabanggit yan ng ating mga consul generals, pamilya muna. Pamilya mas importante, hindi po ba? And also our tourism attaché, Ms. Gwen, always lectures, wag tayong maging dayuhan sa ating sariling bayan. Let us all promote our country. Country first, family first, hindi po ba? And now, please help us welcome our next sets of speakers from our national carrier. And leading the way is our legacy carrier, Philippine Airlines, who will announce news on domestic and international tourism offerings that our kababayans from Japan can purchase for their loved ones back home, as well as some news from PAL. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Rafael Romualdo, Area Manager of Philippine Airlines in West Japan. Mr. Romualdo, please.
Thank you, Ma'am Nerissa. And a good morning to everyone. And thank you for your time attending this webinar. Thank you to the Philippine Department of Tourism for organizing this online event. My name is Rap Romualdo from Philippine Airlines Osaka. PAL is here to support the DOT's initiative to promote domestic tourism in the Philippines to you, our fellow Filipinos here in Japan, for your family, relatives, and friends back home in our country. Have you ever thought of travel as a gift? I hope that after this webinar, you can consider giving gifts to your families in the Philippines in a form of domestic Philippines tours. And in doing this, you can further contribute to the recovery of the Philippines economy, particularly the tourism sector. PAL's major hubs are Manila, Clark, Cebu, and Davao. Currently, there are 27 routes from Manila, 1 from Clark, and 11 from Cebu. In Luzon, PAL flies to Lawag, Basco, Legazpi City Albay, and 2 destinations in Palawan, Puerto Princesa City, and Coron, Busuanga. Visayas destinations include Cebu, which is very popular among the Japanese market, Bohol, Iloilo, and Boracay. Other Visayas routes of PAL are Bacolod, Dumaguete, Rojas City, Calibo, Aklan, Calbayog, Catarman, and Tacloban. In the region of Mindanao, PAL flies to Davao, Cagayan de Oro, Zamboanga, Jensan, Butuan, Cotabato, Dipolog, and Ozamis. PAL continues to offer promotional fares to the public, and in line with the Philippine Independence Day celebration this month, PAL has extended the Independence Day seat sale until June 28. Travel period is July 1 and onwards. As low as 123 pesos for one-way base fare, Manila to Legazpi or Manila to Calibo, and as low as 198 pesos for Manila to Puerto Princesa, Cebu, Dumaguete, or Tagbilaran. Aside from the Independence Day seat sale, PAL is also offering the Domestic Adventures promo that can be purchased until December 15. The travel period have started last June 2, and you can choose the travel dates all year round. PAL's promo fares can be rebooked without change fee, as long as the rebooking will be done at least 72 hours prior departure. PAL's website is www.philippineairlines.com. You may use this website to purchase PAL tickets for your loved ones in the Philippines. You can use credit cards such as Visa, MasterCard, JCB, Amex, and Diners. We also have the PAL mobile app. This can be downloaded from Google Play for Android phones and from App Store for iOS. You can book one-way or round-trip tickets using this mobile app. PAL is strictly implementing fly-safe new normal practices to protect our passengers in compliance with international health and safety protocols. Here are special reminders for passengers. Check with the local government offices of both origin and destination on travel requirements. These differ from province to province and are revised and updated constantly. Passengers must wear face masks and face shields. Bring your own pen and sanitizer as added safety precaution. All passengers are also required to download the Trace mobile app to generate and scan their QR code when entering, boarding from, and upon arriving in all Philippine airports. This will be used for contact tracing. And register to PAL's passenger profile and health declaration form as early as 5 days before departure for domestic and secure the required travel and health documents of the destination. Passengers can find the guide on travel rules and requirements for each province, city, or municipality in the Philippines via the PAL's website. Just click on the travel information and about COVID-19. The page will direct you to the COVID-19 travel updates, and you may click on the travel rules and requirements. For domestic travel within the Philippines, please click on the Traveling Within the Philippines. It will then lead you to the destinations of your choice for you to be able to see the travel rules and requirements of a certain place. For example, I clicked on Tagbilaran. It will give me the information such as to what community quarantine classification does it belong to, what are the travel entry requirements like confirmed hotel booking, and information on visiting the tourist sites and details about online registration. Please note, however, that these rules are subject to change by the issuing local government authority and are being issued for passengers and public safety. Keeping you safe always throughout your journey. Our cabin crew undergo medical evaluation prior to their duty and will be wearing full personal protective equipment or PPE. Other precautions are clear barriers installed in our check-in counters, physical distancing measures in place with floor and seat markers installed at airports. A modified meal or snack service will be offered on board using sealed packaging, and ground staff as well will be in PPE while on duty. Frequent disinfection of high-touch areas of ticket offices and airports, such as the counters, clear barriers, and seating areas. Intensified cleaning and disinfection of all cabin surfaces inside the aircraft using high-grade eco-friendly disinfectants. And frequent cleaning, disinfection of lavatories, and other high-touch cabin areas by our cabin crew are also being done. On cabin air, all PAL aircraft are equipped with high-technology systems and HEPA filters that trap viruses, bacteria, and other contaminants with 99.9% efficiency. Philippine Airlines have also partnered with testing facilities located at the PAL Learning Center in Ermita, Manila, and another one at PAL Gate 3, Andrews Avenue, Pasay City. You may arrange for your RT-PCR tests now at 2,599 pesos with results released in 24 hours. Antigen test costs 700 pesos with results released in 30 minutes. Testing is available via drive-thru or walk-in. The testing facility at PAL Learning Center is open Mondays to Sundays, including holidays at 8 o'clock in the morning until 8 o'clock in the evening, while the testing center at PAL Gate 3 is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Lastly, before I end my presentation, you might also be interested in PAL souvenirs, which you can purchase as gifts to your loved ones. PAL has an official store at Lazada online shopping. That ends my presentation. Again, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all Filipinos here in Japan for supporting and patronizing the Philippines flag carrier. PAL continues to operate at least 5 times weekly, Manila, Osaka, Kansai, Manila, 4 times weekly, Nagoya, Manila, and 3 times weekly, Fukuoka, Manila, because of the support of our kababayans. Kaya maraming salamat po, happy weekend, and God bless us all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Romualdo, for the news. We hope our kababayans will grab this opportunity to let their loved ones in the Philippines enjoy and experience the beauty of our country by buying them PAL promo tickets in various Philippine destinations. Speaking of carrier, our next speaker will also showcase their domestic offerings for you guys who want to share the experience of domestic travel for your loved ones in the Philippines, as well as deliver news from Cebu Pacific, Japan. Ladies and gentlemen, mga kababayan, please help us welcome Mr. Hisayoshi Takeuchi of Cebu Pacific, Japan.
Thank you, Ryo-san, for the introduction. Good morning, everybody. I'm Takeuchi from Cebu Pacific Japan office. Today, I'm going to share you the updates of our domestic flight status and some helpful information to you. And before that, please watch a brief video. So let me explain the domestic update. Of Cebu Pacific. Cebu Pacific is now operating flights to 31 domestic destinations in the Philippines. We just recently reopened our daily flights from Manila to Boracay, and followed by Bohol, Cebu, Cagayan de Oro, Siargao, and so on. We frequently sell our promo, and for now, you can find 88 peso per promo in a website. To subscribe promo news, simply register your email address on our website. To provide the flexibility to your travel plan, we have abolished booking change fees, which used to cost 1,500 peso per sector per person. Besides no change fees, we offer unlimited rebooking option as added flexibility to your travel plan since last year. To make sure that your air travel experience is safe, we take these measures before and after your boarding. And we do care about the sanitation and safety, especially in the cabin. All our Airbus aircraft are equipped with HEPA air filters to provide clean air environment in the cabin. We also set the contactless flight guidelines and offer travel insurance to keep your journey safe and comfortable. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you soon. Serving you soon. Thank you.
I would like to take this opportunity to because of technical glitch, we will show you again the video of the Cebu Pacific. Thank you very much.
And laughter. Our country has a lot to offer. And Cebu Pacific has been helping people live their adventures for 25 years. Now, it's time for everyone to fly again. Fly safely, travel responsibly, for more smiles ahead.
Thank you very much, Mr. Takeuchi, for sharing Cebu Pacific's domestic product offerings. I hope with the carrier news, the apps, as well as the GTP platform, we have shown how easy it is to support domestic tourism.
Thank you very much, Mr. Takeuchi. Maraming salamat po. And with that, with our next speaker, will provide us valuable information on their bank offerings for our Filipino compatriots in Japan. For those listening from different parts of the world, your Metrobank may have different procedures. So please kindly validate their with the concerned branch office. So ladies and gentlemen, without much ado, malugod ko pong ipinakikilala sa inyo ang Senior Manager and Head of Metropolitan Bank and Trust Company, or ang kilalang-kilala pong Metrobank Osaka Sub-Branch, Mr. Louis Dura Navarro. Mr. Navarro, please.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Nerissa. And good morning and happy Independence Day to everyone. And let me start by my presentation by telling you about the meaningful banking of Metrobank. So meaningful banking is making our service easy to the customers and being with you along the way during your financial journey. In relation to this, I am inviting all of our kababayans here in Japan to please try and use our remittance service. We have tied up with Japan Post Bank, so you can use all of their ATM machine all over Japan in sending your remittances. The name of the service is Easy Postal Remit Card. And as the name implies, it is easy and fast as well. The main advantage of this service is that we do have processing during weekend and holidays, meaning that your loved ones can still receive their remittances during this time. The minimum service charge is 750 yen, which is one of the lowest in the market. For registration form requests and inquiries, please do message us at our FB page, Metrobank Osaka. The next service that I will be offering you is our savings account opening. Our savings account opening is ATM card driven, meaning that you will have your ATM card to withdraw and do other transactions. The requirements are valid Philippine passport, residence card, and you just need to make an appointment or reservation at our official website, www.metrobank.co.jp. The main objective of the savings account is to help our kababayans save their hard-earned money and spend it in the Philippines with their loved ones. You can also use your savings for your travel and enjoy the nice places in the Philippines. In such way, we are also helping the Philippine economy The ATM card itself can also be used in booking your travel plans, such as the airline ticket, hotel, and other expenses. We will wait for you to assist you in your needs and provide you the meaningful banking. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Mr. Navarro. And now, please welcome Ms. Nerissa Saito and Ms. Linda Taki to introduce their respective organizations, the Philippine Community Coordinating Council, and the Chubu Philippine Friendship Association.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Dio, for this opportunity to introduce our community organizations. I would like to say very briefly that the Philippine Community Coordinating Council is a network of Filipino and Japanese communities and organizations in Kansai. It was established in 2002 in Osaka City, but we started as an ad hoc committee formed in 1998 to support the centennial celebration of Philippine independence. And it was transferred into a regular structure and renamed the Philippine Community Executive Council to serve the Filipino communities in Kansai. But in 2002, we have renamed the organization to call it the Philippine Community Coordinating Council. What are our aims? One is to coordinate with leaders and representatives of the different Filipino community organizations in Western Japan in matters related to them. And the next one is to facilitate communication between the Philippine Consulate General Osaka Kobe and its major communities. And lastly, but not least, is to support Filipinos, including migrants in Japan, and to help enhance the image of the Filipinos. And at present po, we have 20 to 25 member communities in Kansai, and some of them are watching now. Some of our advisors, Noemi, Jeff, Joy, Malu, our officers, Delia, are also watching us now, together with all other communities from Shiga to Kyoto, Nara, Kobe, Osaka, and of course in some parts of Mie and also in Kyoto. Maraming salamat po for this opportunity of introducing to you the Philippine Community Coordinating Council.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Ms. Linda Taki.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Linda Taki, Chairman of Chubu Philippine Friendship Association, called CPFA. First of all, I would like to express our thanks to the Philippine Department of Tourism in Osaka for organizing this meaningful event, Love for Country, Go Domestic Tourism, in cooperation with the Philippine Consulate General in Osaka and in Nagoya. CPFA was founded in Nagoya in 1984 and has been organizing Philippine Festival for the past 35 years. We will continue to plan events for our kababayan and to introduce our rich Philippine culture to the international community. Due to the pandemic, there were no events held, but we'll continue to organize events in collaboration with the Philippine Consulate General and Philippine Department of Tourism. As always, we always promote tourism in our events, and please assure us for the continuing support of our organization. Mabuhay tayong lahat, and congratulations to this event.
Maraming salamat po, Ms. Nerissa Saito and Ms. Linda Taki. And now, let's go to the most exciting part of the program, the Q&A. We apologize that we will answer first a question in the Zoom chat room, then proceed to answer questions in the FB chat. We encourage everyone to use the chat due to time limitation. In case we are unable to answer, we will answer through the FB accordingly. After reading the questions, we will call the speaker to answer the questions. Available this morning are GTP, our national carriers, Metrobank. And we regret to inform you that we are unable to answer questions verbally due to time constraint, but if time allows, we will allow. However, we request that that you rename your profile page with your last name and name first. Thank you very much. Ms. Nerissa, I think you have a question.
Yes, Diego, I'm very, not Diego, Dia, I'm very sorry for the glitch. One question, first question here is to GTP. Is it okay? But first question is, where does your package depart from? And if ever, what are the cancellation policies? And what happens if bigla na lang daw mag-lockdown at hindi makatawid?
Hello, good morning. Can you hear me well?
Yes.
Hi, so currently all our packages are still from Manila and Cebu. But of course, as more destinations are reopening, we're working with the other destinations for our packages. So we're very flexible with our cancellation policies, especially with regards to the lockdowns, and also if and when, God forbid, may magka-COVID, we are very flexible. So we did sell a lot of packages last December, and alam mo naman what happened in December to March. Maraming nangyari. So when Boracay opened in October, we really have a lot of sales for that. And of course, some people are booking way ahead, like 30 days before. So tapos quarantine. Ayun. So all we need to do is just contact us directly. We're very flexible. We have a very friendly customer service via email, or you can message us direct in the Facebook page. So our Facebook is Guide to the Philippines.
Thank you very much. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Ren.
And now, meron po katanungan dito para kay Miss Josie Costales. Miss Costales. Okay, hintayin muna natin po siya makapasok. Meron naman po isang katanungan dito sa chat box, pero ang tanong po ng OFW nasagot na po ng Philippine Airlines. Pero meron pa po siyang katanungan na address sa Metrobank. Para sa SS members na wala sa Pilipinas, problema ang pagbabayad sa contribution. Makakatulong ba ang Metrobank sa online payment ng SS contribution? Mr. Louie?
Yes, Deo, thank you. Actually, may project kami, no? Nag-start kami last year, kaso medyo hindi pa, since pandemic, hindi pa matuloy yung system. But we are trying to put up a system, no, that will cater for this service, or actually not only for SSS payments, but for Pag-ibig membership also. So we will just advise you, everyone, in the coming days, if this service is already available. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Louie. And another question para sa ating carriers. Magkakaroon po ba ng vaccine passport? This is for PAL and Cebu Pacific. Mr. Takeuchi. Mr. Takeuchi and Mr. Romualdo. The question is, magkakaroon ba ng vaccine passport?
Hello, Mr. Deo. May I?
Yes po, sir.
For PAL, we are testing what we call the IATA Travel Pass.
Okay.
It is a standard from the IATA Association. We have tested it in our flight Los Angeles and Singapore. But for Japan, it's still undergoing. So definitely, since it is an IATA regulation, in the future, we will have the travel pass. Although it is still being reviewed In my personal opinion, even here in Japan, I'm not sure if they are giving certificates for fully vaccinated people, but maybe it will soon happen, the travel pass.
Thank you very much, Mr. Romado. How about Mr. Takeuchi?
We are also still this issue is under as I say, we are still working on it. So anyway, this is international airline rules. So sooner or later we will have this vaccine passport for for international routes. So anyway, we will let you know as we set up this scheme to the passengers.
Okay. Maraming salamat po. And we have additional questions here, Mr. Deo. I'm very sorry to interrupt again. We don't have, this is addressed to GTP. We don't have credit cards. Paano po ang bayad from here in Japan? And may isa pa pong additional doon, yung mga rates puro per pax daw po. Wala bang mga packages for twin? Yun lang po ang katanungan.
Hello?
Yes.
Yes, we do have a lot of group rates, and on the website, when you actually change the number of passengers or ilan kayo, nagbabago yung pricing niya.
I see.
And then right now, we accept MasterCard and Visa, both debit and credit. So meaning if it has the logo, even though it's not a credit card, it's a debit card, it will be accepted. Now, I'm sure we're very flexible. They can always message us because we did have some instances dito sa Pilipinas na yung iba nagtanong kung pwede mag-GCash. So I'm sure we're very flexible naman. So you just reach out to us and we can cater to your questions. I have here with me also Joseph Tan from the operations. I don't know, Joseph Tan, if you can hear me.
Yes, I'm here. Hi.
Do you want to add?
Yeah, sure. Yes, I'd be happy to share more details. So, hi everyone. Good morning, and nice to see everyone here. And thank you for the question. So, yeah. So, Guide to the Philippines. We offer several payment options. Of course, like what Christy mentioned, there's the credit cards and debit cards, but we also offer GrabPay, GCash, or even BPI transfers. So although if you go to the cart page, it's not available, but you can just message us and we could always find a way or a solution for you. And at the same time, we also accept bank transfers or bank deposits or wire transfers to make it easy for the traveler. And we are just one message away. And at the same time, yeah, for the packages, like of course, I know a lot of you are looking into traveling with not just only one person or two persons, but as an OFW or as a Filipino, we're really fond of traveling as a family.
Yeah.
So of course, we can easily customize a package or a group tour for our fellow Filipinos, and we would be very happy to assist you in it. In fact, actually, for group packages, it's a lot more easier to organize, and at the same time, it's you get more value for money since it's there are more persons traveling.
That's right.
So I hope I was able to to answer the question.
Yeah, it's a follow-up question from here, sir. If pwede daw by PayPal or GCash, but kailan daw po pwede? Kailan?
Kailan pwede ang GCash?
Yes.
Yes. Actually, it's already available. GCash is already available. You just send us a message. Like for example, if you see a package now that you would like to book, just send us a message. Kasi if you go to the cart page, it's only the credit card option. But then what we do for GCash, we send an email link with the
payment
with the
link. Yeah.
payment link for the GCash. So yeah, it's existing and available po.
Yep.
Okay. Maraming salamat po. Can we have time for another question
Yeah.
for Miss Josie Diosan?
Is Miss Josie in already?
I wonder. Okay.
Okay. I have a question here. Kailan bang susunod na outreach program sa Fukuoka? We will try to coordinate with the Philippine Consulate General in Osaka for this question, and we will try to answer it accordingly po. Maraming salamat. I think Miss Josie is not
Miss
in
Josie, we have two additional dalawang katanungan po para sa inyo. Miss Josie, are you with us now? Yes?
Okay.
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 Welcome back. Okay,
Yeah.
narito po. Okay.
Can I do the honor to ask the first question
Sure.
to Ms. Josie?
Please.
Okay. May nagtatanong po dito. Magkano po kaya ang magagastos to set up a farm na katulad ng sa inyo? Katulad ng pagsimula ninyo?
We started with the 1,000 square meter for the food of the family. Siguro po mga 30 to 50,000 for a family lang. And enough na po yun. And then gradually, mag-expand po kayo depende sa kakayanan at sa kung anong klaseng farm ang gusto nyo pong i-set up.
Okay, maraming salamat po. But
Maraming
can I follow up? I have a personal question po, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
What motivates you to leave the bustling city life and concentrate on farming?
When I started po kasi when I was still a little girl, gusto po talaga namin ng simpleng buhay. So when we retired at the age of 39, gusto lang po namin ng tahimik na buhay sa paanan ng bundok, nakatira sa bukid, sa bahay kubo, literal na bahay kubo ang bahay namin. If you could see yung background ko po ay sa wali, yan po ang aming dingding. And to produce our own food, ganun po kasimple. Kasi po kung merong 30 hours ang isang maghapon, 30 hours pong nagtatrabaho ang aking asawa.
Okay.
Ganun
Maraming
po
po salamat.
yes po, ganun po siya ka-stressful ang buhay.
Maraming pong salamat, lalong-lalo na sa lahat ng ating mga presenter ngayon. And thank you very much for all the questions raised by our viewers. And now we would like to announce the winners for our 2 raffle prizes. Bag of freebies from Philippine Airlines and 1 FOC ticket from Cebu Pacific. Now let me do the... Masyadong nawala. Okay, the bag of freebies is won by Mr. Herbert Benson.
Ooh. Ano po?
Herbert Benson,
Is he in
congratulations.
the room?
Okay, and
Okay,
another
no
one, the lucky winner for FOC ticket, Kicks Manila Kicks from Cebu Pacific, is none other than Edsel De La Torre. Congratulations to both of you, Edsel De La Torre and Herbert Benson. We will just email you on how to claim your prize. But before we close, we may invite Attaché Gwen Batoon to deliver the closing remarks. The FB session will end after the remarks of our attaché. For the visit,
Good morning, Kansai. Good morning to our kababayans. Before the seminar ends, allow me to thank the individuals who have made this seminar possible. Higit sa lahat, sa ating mga kagalang-galang na Consul General Mauricio from Osaka and Consul General Balatbat from Nagoya na nagbigay ng suporta sa ating mga proyekto, from small initiatives to bold programs, pati na rin sa ating community associations na tumulong na mag-promote ng ating events. Maraming salamat rin sa ating mga national carriers at mga speakers na nagbigay ng kanilang mahalagang oras kahit weekends. And of course, with your indulgence, allow me to acknowledge the DOT team with special mention to Mr. Diego, the project officer. And last but not the least, the Honey J Corporation team Ito-san, Hiroki-san, and Jazz-san, who has extended their service for free from designing the banner to managing this event. They specialize in ESL and webinar management. I do hope you will patronize them. Gusto ko lang ibahagi sa inyo ang kwento kung paano namin naisip ang gawin itong event. Nung isang gabi, napanood kong isang documentary kung paano ang ginawang solusyon ng isang businessman sa pagtakbo ng kanyang soccer stadium na malapit na mag-bankrupt dahil sa COVID. At dahil dito, naisip niyang ibenta online ang mga souvenirs ng winning team of the day, gaya ng sombrero, t-shirts, and mug. Sa madaling panahon, kumita na ulit ang stadium. As they say, with a loyal fan base, there is always a repeater market. Remember Rakuten company started by selling soccer souvenir gifts and now sells travel to its members and non-members. They made travel accessible with apps. They attach loyalty to travel rewards. They are the very few survivors in the industry. Doon ko nagpatanto the power of online gift giving na kailangan tulungan rin natin ang ating mga OFW, the country's most loyal fan, na matuto tungkol sa mga platforms available to buy domestic tourism products, as well as provide tourism information. OFWs are the fan base and repeat buyers for Amazon here in Japan. I was told the Prime Day 2021 generated the highest record. Paano kung i-revolutionize natin ito and introduce GIP, Klook, PAL, and Cebu Pacific apps, etc.? And as Konjan has said in so many ways, what if we start thinking, why not a travel gift coupon? And why not our families do the traveling habang borders are closed? We can tease them with PAL souvenirs from Lazada, and when the time is okay, we can travel with them and see our beautiful bayan. And of course, to GIP, we hope you will become their Lazada. We hope you will be their concierge in the years to come. It never is one way. PAL and Cebu Pacific success is because they always put our OFW first. So with today's seminar, Getting to Know Your Marketplace, sana po, we created a raffle and you will all support domestic tourism. Our beloved Secretary Bernadette Romulo Puyat is a strong believer of the power of domestic tourism, and we would like to echo her passion in this seminar. And as we always said in many ways, your travel or your gift of travel will not only bring a smile to your family, but also bring smile to our tourism stakeholders, our boatmen, our dive operators, our hotel front desk, our cultural dancers, and more. I hope we have inspired you. Thank you. Mabuhay ang Pilipino, from Kansai to the world. For the love of country, support domestic tourism.
Buy domestic tourism from Cebu Pacific.
By domestic tourism.
Buy domestic tourism.
Love for country, support domestic tourism.
For the love of country, support domestic tourism.
Love for country, support domestic tourism.
At this point in time, I would like again to thank all our speakers, most especially the Honorable Walter Mauricio and Honorable Celeste Vincent Balatbat, and other speakers.